My Uber driver knew how I was going to die. I don't usually believe in signs or fate or any of that stuff, but after that night, I don't open an Uber without checking the driver's face twice. It was past midnight when I ordered the ride. Rain tapped lightly against the street, blurring the yellow glow of the streetlights. I had just finished a long shift at work, exhausted and half asleep, and all I wanted was to get home. The app said my driver's name was Daniel. 5 stars. Over 2,000 trips. Nothing unusual. The car pulled up quietly, too quietly. An old black sedan, clean but strangely outdated, like it belonged in a different decade. I opened the back door and slid inside. "Good evening," the driver said calmly. His voice was deep, too calm. "Evening," I replied, barely paying attention as I buckled my seatbelt. The car started moving. For the first few minutes, everything was normal. The sound of rain, the low hum of the engine, the familiar streets passing by. I checked my phone, replying to a message, trying to stay awake. Then the driver spoke again. "You're not supposed to be out this late," he said. I looked up. Sorry?" He didn't look at me. His eyes stayed fixed on the road. "Tonight is important," he continued. "People make mistakes on nights like this." I forced a small laugh. "Guess that's true." Silence filled the car again, thicker this time. A few blocks passed before he spoke once more. "Do you believe in death schedules?" I frowned. "Death? What?" "Schedules," he repeated. "Everyone has one. A time, a method." My stomach tightened. "That's a strange thing to say," I replied. He nodded slowly. "Most people think so, until they hear theirs." I sat up straighter. "Mine?" He finally glanced at me in the rearview mirror and smiled. Not a friendly smile, not a creepy horror movie grin either. Just a knowing smile. "You're going to die tonight," he said. The words landed softly, like he was commenting on the weather. My heart slammed against my chest. "That's not funny." "I'm not joking," he replied. "I never joke about these things." I checked my phone. The map was still active. The route looked normal. I tried to calm myself. "Look, man," I said, forcing confidence into my voice. "If this is some kind of prank, you can just let me out right now." He shook his head. "If you get out now, it happens sooner." The rain suddenly felt louder. "What do you mean by that?" I whispered. "You drown," he said simply. "Hit by a drunk driver 2 streets from here. Car flips into the canal." My mouth went dry. "That's impossible," I said. "There's no canal near here." "There is tonight," he replied. I stared at the window. The streets looked wrong, longer, empty, familiar places missing, replaced by dark, silent buildings I didn't recognize. "You're scared," he said. "That's normal. Stop the car," I demanded. "Now." He didn't. "You have 3 options," he continued calmly. "Each one ends the same, just differently." I felt tears burn my eyes. "Why are you doing this?" "Because," he said, "you asked for a ride." The car slowed as we approached an intersection. The traffic light flickered yellow, then red. "That's option 1, he said, nodding toward the road ahead. "Crash." He turned right instead. "That's option 2, he added as we passed a narrow alley. "Stabbed. Wrong place, wrong time." My hands were shaking now. "And option 3, I asked quietly. He exhaled. "Option 3 is peaceful." The car stopped. We were parked in front of my apartment building, my door, my home. Relief washed over me, so this was just a scare. He turned fully around in his seat to face me. "No," he said softly. "This is where you choose how." My phone buzzed. "Trip complete." I reached for the door handle. "Don't forget," he added. "Peaceful doesn't mean painless." I opened the door and stepped out into the rain. The car drove away without another word. I stood there for a long moment, breathing hard, convincing myself it was just some sick joke. Then I noticed something. My apartment lights were off. That was strange. I always leave the hallway light on. I walked toward the entrance. Halfway there, my phone buzzed again. A notification from Uber. Driver, Daniel. Trip history unavailable. Confused, I opened the app. The ride was gone. No receipt, no record. Behind me, I heard a sound. An engine. Fast. Too fast. I turned, and everything went white. Because sometimes, the scariest part isn't knowing you're going to die. It's realizing you already chose how.